I was just having a side conversation with my new friend Marcel. He's out in Texas. He's becoming a certified personal trainer, right? And he had shared something that was like a reel or something from 50 Cent. And he was talking about how it's important to create a life where you're not trading time for money. Okay, let's just think about this for a second, right? In our economy, we are typically running the economic rat race, which means if I need to make more money to pay for bills, to make ends meet, for Christmas, whatever, right? If I need to make more money, I just got a notification that my own live started. Is that a thing? Thanks for letting me know I'm live. Okay, so if you got to make more money, then the first step is, where can I trade my time to make more money, right? So that's when we go from full-time jobs. Now we've got a full-time job. Now we've got a part-time job, right? We're waitressing on the weekends. We're bartending on the weekends. We're, doing a night, whatever, okay? Now here's the thing, like that has become so normal that we just accept that, well, if I need to make more money, this is the way the world is, so I'm gonna have to go find somewhere where I can trade my time to get my hourly check, right? It's normal to think that way, and it's so cool, like we're all in the same boat. This is the economy that we're in, right? But it is so hard to shift our mindset that there could be another way. Because here's what we gotta really understand. First and foremost, if you're trading time for money, you're robbing yourself of the quality that is supposed to exist in your life. Okay? You hear the term, quality time all the time. Okay? There's time and then there's quality time. And so if you're constantly trading your time, you're working and then you're trading your free time for more money to make ends meet, you're robbing yourself of quality. That time that you could spend with family, that time that you could spend doing things you love, your hobbies. How many of us played sports? Like I did actually play volleyball for a really long time in my adult career until it was like, girl, let it go, right? Okay, so do that. But I did have the time to be able to do that. Like, where can you spend the time, or where are you robbing that time from? Time to invest in yourself. How many of us are working and we say we don't have time to work out? We don't have time to get up early enough to eat breakfast, even though we know we'll feel better. Like, robbing ourselves of time to do things that actually ignite our life and don't just keep us in the space of just merely existing. Now, here's the deal. Especially now in this time, especially after experiencing what quarantine looks like and everybody's learning how to not only work from home, but create businesses from home because the only option we have is from home, it's becoming a little bit more mentally accepted. It's becoming a little bit more common knowledge. Like, oh, okay, so you can do things from home. You can, create an income on your own schedule, right? Like you can. It's not weird anymore, right? But here's the piece that's gonna stop us now. Belief. This is a conversation that Marcel and I were having. It's belief. First and foremost, yes, now we can see that there's opportunities to create residual income. They've been around for years. The only reason why people do not invest their energy and time into opportunities where you can create residual income is simply because they don't believe it's possible for them. Simply because you don't believe it's possible for you. That's it. That is all that's stopping any one individual from creating something, a career, or if you are in need of a part-time income that is actually built into residual, meaning you won't have to trade time for that income. Trade time to build something that later will not require you to trade time. That's what we're talking about here. And what happens is that as you may be progressing. So I'm willing to bet that 90% of the people that are about to watch this video or watching it right now have tapped into some sort of part-time income or side hustle. Okay? You've gotten a second job waitressing in addition to your full-time, or you've done Avon or Uber Eats or what's it called? Instacart deliveries, or what's some of the other things? Herbalife, right? So you've done something, right? One of my great friends, Peggy, who's one of my business partners now, she had a karaoke company. She had a scrapbooking thing on the side. She's already a registered nurse. She's been a registered nurse full time since she actually interned there. Okay. So, or did her, what are they called? Rotations? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, we're always looking, we always have the opportunity and probably done things that would have built into residual income now. So if you're one of those people that have done one of those side little things, okay, and you're not doing it anymore, imagine if you just never quit, okay? Belief is what stops us. How many of you guys have heard things like I did when I first, learned anything? If many of you guys don't know, I actually did Arbonne before I really understood what multi-level marketing was or what type of opportunity it could really create for me when I was 22 or 23. Way before y'all even knew what it was, okay? And I stopped. Why did I stop? Because I didn't believe it was for me. I didn't believe I could do it. And they gave white Mercedes Benzes to the reps that hit certain levels or something back then. I don't know what they do now, right? And in Herbalife, we do fully qualified paid vacations to some amazing places. How many of you guys hear about those things and literally say to yourself, one, that's not real. Or two, that would never be me. Those are for the people that started when the company first started, okay? Guys, you know what that really is? It's just belief. It's just lack of belief, right? And this is not a network marketer. Network marketing is the most powerful way to create a residual income, whatever company it is that you go in for. Obviously, I'm a part of Herbalife. I've been full-time now for over 5 years. And I went from executive leadership, making a 6-figure income, to gaining more quality time to build the income that I would take home in that company. Okay, so would you trade the 10-hour days to live the lifestyle that I'm living now and make the same amount of money? Okay, what if I would have quit and just believed that it wasn't going to be for me? And I'll tell you what, I didn't. When I first started, I was like, I'll always be working my corporate job, but this is fun. I loved what I was doing, and that's the key. That's the key. The point that I'm trying to make here is that make what you love your passion. Spend that quality time of your life doing something you love and turn it into a business that will create residual income. That's the point that I'm trying to make here. This aligns with my passion. Simple, easy for me to execute because I'm in alignment with where I would want to spend my time outside of my corporate job anyway. So I made it my corporate job, okay? Which is not corporate, okay? It's my business. So that's the point, that I'm really trying to make here for you guys, right? So, but, okay, where was I getting to with that? So how many of you guys didn't believe that it was possible for you? I didn't. Every single day I was like, it would be so cool not work at this corporate job, but there's no way. There's no way. Why would I ever leave the benefits? Why would I ever leave the 6 figures? I'm doing the dang thing, right? I am boss babe 100. Why would I ever leave my corporate job? And on top of that, it's not even possible, okay? Every day. That's what I thought. But because I loved what I was doing, the belief didn't stop me from doing it for the income. And so I'm so grateful that I didn't need the income and that it aligned with what I love to do, because now I'm in a position where 80% of my income is residual. okay? 7 years I've been doing this. Imagine, take your age, put 7 years on it, okay? And actually, it's been now, I actually built my business and went full time at 2 years and 3 months. So imagine yourself right now, okay? 2 years later, not working your corporate job and earning an income, doing what you love, and having like the freedom to create your day and not having to clock in, not having to trade time for money. Okay, just imagine that for a second. And then what stops us from making that reality again is belief. Because I wasn't worried about it working, I didn't get challenged by my lack of belief because I wasn't trying to believe in it to work for me. And that served me. That served me. I didn't have to fight disbelief. And I really believe that if you could remove the block of the lack of belief that it's possible for you, that you will like literally prosper. Like you will literally, it's just belief that stops you. I absolutely did not ever believe that I was gonna go on a fully paid vacation paid by a company and take somebody else with me. Never. That's for them TV show things, right? That's for those like Price is Right, freaking go on the Ellen show, like ain't nobody gonna give me a freaking paid vacation to freaking Dominican Republic. That shit doesn't happen. That's great advertising. I'm a marketing major, so that's great marketing, y'all. Them 5 people just in the same photos over and over again. No, my first year I qualified for a fully paid vacation and I took my mom with me. My mom was like, don't you even think about quitting your corporate job and doing this like random ass thing. I don't even know why you're crazy. You have a master's degree, you're crazy. And then I took her on a fully paid vacation to Kona, Hawaii in a freaking amazing star resort, dolphins in the middle of the resort. She was like, oh, this shit is real. And I've had her support ever since, right? But because I didn't have to fight believing that I could make it happen, because I wasn't worried about making anything happen, because I wasn't doing it for the part-time or additional income, I didn't have to challenge any disbelief. Many are doing part-time jobs and trading time for income because they need the income. So then when they take on opportunities like side hustles and opportunities where you can build, not having to trade time for money, it's almost like I gotta make this work. Or if you're so serious about, I want this to free me. Every time I do a live, my battery's dying. If you want to free yourself from corporate America, from building your passion and your side hustle, of course it's possible. I'm an example right here, right? However, how much of your time and how much of your thought process really is sprinkling doubt into your work? Sprinkling doubt into your systems, sprinkling doubt into your structures. How much of it is being limited by those sneaky ass doubts? Again, I have to make sure you guys get this perspective and get it very clear. I had a 6-figure income, master's degree, corporate America, executive leadership job. I started my part-time side hustle / business, which was aligned with my passion. So it's where I wanted to put my time, my extra time anyway, which was the quality time I needed to invest in me, my health, my mindset, right? And my passion was helping other people, not fitness or nutrition. My passion was empowering and helping other people. So it started that way. So I was like, oh, I can do something that I love to do that fulfills me. And there's a system here that's going to teach me and all of that in the community, right? It was not because I was trying to figure out how to make additional income. I wasn't looking for part-time income. Therefore, get this for me. Therefore, I did not have doubt or disbelief sprinkled into what I was doing because I didn't have a expectation of it to do something for me. The best thing that ever happened for me is that I never had disbelief that this could work. It served me. I'm realizing now, but it served me. Why did I grow so fast? How could I go from 6-figure executive director leadership, whatever, you want to freaking make it all sound amazing because it sucked. You can make it all sound amazing, but I had, at the same time, I'm grateful. I had a great freaking life that I created for myself, right? 25 years old, making 6 figures, baby. Yes, right? But I had financial freedom, but I didn't have time freedom, okay? So if I could have all this and then now not have to clock in, this whole live started by talking about the power of residual income, not having to trade time for money. And the beginning of that is part-time. The beginning of that is like, I need to go get a waitressing job on the weekend to make ends meet because I need to get gifts for my kids. But what if you could get additional income to make ends meet and not have to trade time for money and rob the quality out of your life? The time that you spend to go trade more time for money could be time with your family, could be time doing what you love that could be a business that could give you part-time income. And the time you spend to create that will eventually lead to residual income. My time in corporate America would only last as long as I kept trading my time, clocking in. I would only keep getting that income as long as I was continued to be hired and clocking in. So I spent 10 years there and have nothing for it now. But I spent 2 years and 3 months part-time around that career, building a passion that offered me the opportunity to create an income that now 80% of my monthly income is residual. I'm not trading time for money. Would you do that? Would you do that? Would you put 2 years of your additional time, instead of watching TV, instead of going to happy hour, instead of partying, instead of scrolling social media, use social media to build your business, would you do that to then have time freedom, residual income 2 years later? That's the type of time you want to trade. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're going to trade your time, trade it to build something that's going to pay you forever when you don't want to trade your time. And the only reason why we don't do it is because we don't believe it's possible for us. Period. And when you don't think it's possible for you, you better not go try to pitch it to somebody else because they're going to read all your impossibilities in your energy. Life is not about trading time for money. Life is about investing time for freedom. Get something out of the sacrifices that you're making. This is something I say all the time. Like, I have a lot of business builders on my team, a lot of single moms on my team, parents on my team, single dads, right? Here's what I always say. And even if you're not single, or a parent, I'm single, I don't have kids, but I got a lot going on. And here's the deal. If you're going to sacrifice time away from your family to be on a training call to learn about how to grow your business, to create residual income, to create freedom, pay attention, get something out of it, take notes, get something that you can apply to make better later. Because if you're sacrificing time, aka corporate America, and you're not getting anything for the future out of it, it's a waste of time. If I'm going to sacrifice being away from my kids and then I go play around and bullshit and do nothing with that time that creates value for me and them later, that's bullshit. If you're going to sacrifice time away from a significant other and be on a training and just be scrolling on social media and not get anything out of it that's going to build your future because you think you know it all, but you're not where you want to be, you're wasting time. You might as well just clock into corporate America, because the only value out of the day that you're there that you're going to get from that is that day. The money that you make on that day. Nothing else. There's no other value that comes with it, because tomorrow you could lose a job. There's no investment in the sacrifice of that time. But this is such a paradigm shift for us that we're not willing to accept that it could be something that our life could be created for. And then, of course, if we can't accept it, then, of course, we don't believe it. And this is what I've been telling everybody. This is what I've been telling everybody. Give it 5 years or less. If you do not have a side hustle that builds residual income, you are going to be the odd one out. If 2 years gave me freedom, what if you started something now and 2 years later, you can make a video like this? It's just a thought. It's just a thought. How are you spending your time? What type of sacrifices are you making? Are you getting something out of them from an investment? Are you creating residual income, or are you merely existing day to day? It's something to think about. It's really something to think about.